All right. Hello, everybody. I'm going to go through a draft for you. Today is August 27th. So Thursday, it's 6:47 my time. I'm going to go through the draft. I'm picking five on this particular one. And this is in Yahoo. And bear with me. I'm trying to figure out if I can close this screen down over here. Again, I'm picking fifth. I'm all in on the Josh Allen strategy. So that means whatever I have to do to make sure I get Josh Allen, that's what I'm going to do. He's worth everything to me. I believe he's worth as much as an alpha running back or receiver because of his consistency in fantasy football over the last 5, 6 years, or I should say 6, 7 years. Anyway, I'm picking fifth here. So this is I have Nakua. He's dropping a little bit, got a little injury going on. McCaffrey, don't trust all the way through. St. Brown, Smith, Cook, Barkley. I love the running backs. I'm going to make the move. I'm going to do it right here up front. I'm going to find where the heck are the positions. I'm going to find me a quarterback, and I'm going to draft Josh Allen. I know it's crazy, right? Everybody will say that's way too much draft capital. Should not take him before the second round. My belief is that he is a difference maker. The next best quarterback is going to go probably third round, but that quarterback's going to be 100 points less than Josh Allen if Josh Allen has another typical Josh Allen year. Plus, he's got a new receiver in DJ Moore. And when push comes to shove, it gets cold up there, and he will freaking run the ball in because he's a beast. So that's why I went with that. Okay. The board, let's take a look. So we went Gibbs, Robinson, Jamar Chase, Jonathan Taylor. Then I went with Josh Allen. I know, crazy. Then Puka went, then McCaffrey, Jackson Smith, and Najigma, James Cook, Amon-Ra Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Chase Brown. Okay. So it's coming back around to me now. At this point, I have to go all in on running backs because they are just not going to last more. They're really getting picked a lot this year early, and I'm a big fan of Derrick Henry. I cannot go wrong with the team that has Derrick Henry and Josh Allen. I'll take my chances all day, every day, as long as they're not getting old, right? All right, so I'm up in 8 picks. Let's look at the board again. So got the Derrick Henry right here. When it comes back around to me, I will probably go with another running back, but they haven't been going off as much. I've been in some drafts a lot more. So we got what do we got? One, two, three, four, five in the first round. One, two, three, four, five, six running backs in the second round. So it's definitely running back central. When it comes back around to me, it really will be down to guys that are probably with warts. We're kind of getting to that point. We're taking our chances now. Hampton looks good down in LA, but we'll see. And coming back on around to me on the snake. So a lot of receivers have gone, as you can see. Lots and lots of good receivers, but I just think the draft is so loaded with receivers. And honestly, the difference between a Devonta Smith and a Drake London and a Justin Jefferson, it's yet to be seen. We'll see how the year plays out, but potentially they're all could be number ones. That's how deep the draft is. That's third round. We're AJ Brown. We're talking guys that are alphas here. Okay, but there's a ton of receiving out there. Nico Collins just went. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and come up and look. Who do we have available? I would Genty. I just stay off the Raiders. Oh, I love Olave. I think he could be a difference maker. I think Williams is going to share with Corum. I'd rather just soon have Corum. Jets, I'll stay away from. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to go with Olave. All right, so here's our results. Here's our team so far, right? So this is John. I don't know who the heck that is. All right, so Josh Allen, we got Olave, we got Derrick Henry. Okay. Ooh, over here on the grading system. They like Henry. They don't like Allen. They don't like Olave. So too bad. It's really based on they think if you wait till after a guy's ADP, they're going to give you a better grade. So whatever. Kind of how I feel. All right, let's see. Look at the receiver run we had going here. Smith, Brown, Collins, Olave, Pickens, another receiving tight end in McBride. Finally, Genty goes. This is more where I think he should be anyway, late third round. I just don't see it's the Raiders, man. Even if he does everything and he gets 1,100 yards and catches for 200 yards, they're the Raiders. They're not going to score a ton. He's not going to kill. He's not going to win your league for you. At this point, I'm in the third round, man. I want league winners. I'm going after guys that are going to be ones that are going to carry my butt. Okay. I feel that about Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Chris Olave. I will take my chances. Okay. Who else is really that I would like to have their lineup? Man, see, I'll take it. I'll take my chances. Okay. This guy down here on the end, he is actually looking kind of tough. He's got some good running backs by picking up Genty here. Okay. Zay Flowers and Enigma are going to be good. Nick Jigma, he is an enigma. All right, I'm back up. Who am I going to go with? Well, I don't know. Who's out here? Waddle's awesome. I would take Williams though in Dallas at this point, fourth round. Hell yeah, hell to the yeah. That's a good spot for him. Um, and where am I till I pick again? 8 picks. Okay, so there we are now. So we got Derrick Henry and we got Williams now. We got some running backs, and they're both going to get the ball a ton. Henry doesn't catch a lot of passes, but still, they're both going to get the ball a ton. So I like that. I want volume there. We don't have a tight end. I want some running back or some wide receivers at this point, but let's come back up and let's take a look. Let's see where we are. So Jacobs for Green Bay as a running back, his court stuff, all that is popping up. So he's going to be dropping. Where's he going now? 43. He'll be 50 by my draft is Saturday. And it's a big weird league. Let's see. Who do we gonna go for? Oh, I've got Josh Allen. I would definitely team him up with DJ Moore. Okay. I feel good about getting that connection right there. And then 9 more picks till I'm back up because I'm right here in the middle at 5. Okay. All right. So let's look again now. So we got Olave and Moore. We got Henry and Williams. I like the Moore hookup. But anyway, the league I'm in, it has 2 quarterbacks, 2 flex, and on defense, you play a lineman, a linebacker, and a defensive back. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. All right, at this point, I really like the running back of Montgomery, but I sure really don't also need a running back at this point. Let's look. Where are we? Who do we have? We got Henry, and we just have Henry and Williams. You know what? I think it's crazy. I love my running backs though. There won't be another one like Montgomery coming around. He doesn't catch the ball much, but he's going to get the ball a lot, kind of in the Derrick Henry mode. So now I will have to start going receiver, 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 receiver. Um, Somewhere in there, a tight end, but I'm going to wait on the tight end until I get at least another receiver. I just have to. What tight ends are out there right now? Let's look, see who's left. So we got Kraft. He says he's coming off of the limit. He's gonna just catch as much as he wants. Blah 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 blah. I've never seen a player tell the coaches what how it's gonna be. So I don't know about that. I like Laporta. I don't think his hip's a big deal. Kittle though, he's the dude. I'll probably jump on him. I'm gonna have to go early. He's supposed to start practicing fully. They're pretty sure he'll play week 1. He might not play a full game. He'll split with Tonjes without a doubt. But Kittle's going to be ready to go, and he's a dude. He can carry you. So I got 3 picks to go. At this point, I shouldn't. That's 93. I'm at 63. That's 30 more picks. I just don't know how long he'll last. I like Watson in Green Bay. Evans is old and beat up. He could have a huge year too. It doesn't matter. He went anyway. All right. I'm not looking at any more running backs. I do have Laporta right here. At this point, I would just as soon take Kittle over Laporta. They're both hurt, right? But it'll be a while. Where's Kittle? He's still buried down here somewhere, I hope. Yeah, he's all the way down there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Watson. He's the number one in Green Bay. They're going to throw the ball. They got a good offense. I'll definitely go with him. I can't go any longer. None of these other guys, if I don't get these guys, any of these guys that you're going by, you seeing these names, I really don't care. I'll draft somebody else. But if I don't get, where did Kittle just get drafted? Oh, crap. Did he? I think he just did. He's gone. Shoot. All right. So now I'll go back. I don't know who's available here. Got that rookie receiver. I'm going to go with Metcalf. Even though I don't have a lot of faith in however old Aaron Jones is, I want to see the board. I want to see how much I missed. So I just took Metcalf here. Where did Kittle go? Kittle went right here. Damn. Yeah, I waited one too many. I got Christian Watson. Hope he has a big year. So now I got to find a tight end. Um, I don't know what's out, who's left at this point. I could go with the Kincaid hookup in Buffalo with Josh Allen. I don't know. These guys are all, we're at 80. These are all 100 and something. Kelsey, I don't know why he didn't go. Andrews, he's going to be their number one tight end. Likely went to New York. I don't know what Likely's going to be like. I wouldn't go there. This Johnson in New Orleans, I think, is a good pick. So there's some tight ends. I'm not really too worried about it. I had Goddard last year. He's solid. If you don't get, a top three or four tight end, it doesn't really come from where they're drafted. It just comes from the year because there's a lot of guys that could be a 12 or they could be a three. It just depends on the offense, who gets hurt, who doesn't, that kind of stuff. So anyway, all right, I'm going to go back to all positions. Let's do our results. What are we at? So we don't have a tight end. We got a couple of receivers down here. We need them because we have three running backs here. So I think at this point, a couple receivers would be good. See who are some good picks. I'm gonna just clear it out just to receivers because that's really what I want. I really, really want. All right, so Godwin, I like opposite Ibuka. I think that Godwin could be as good, so I would definitely go there. I'm liking Diggs in Washington. I like Stribling, depending on what happens with Evans, but Godwin is pretty much a good pick, so I'll go there. And then when we come back around, see the receivers are going off the board. Addison is a good pick. He's gone. Reed, I already have Watson in Green Bay. I like Pierce and I like Sutton, both of them. Pierce is probably not going to play for the first few weeks, so I'll go with Sutton. He's plays all the time. So there's something to be said for that. That's a good quality in guys taking the field, getting out there between the chalk lines. All right. So now what are we looking like? Lave Moore and our receivers. Got Henry, Williams, and Montgomery at running back. And now the tight end starting to bother me. We got Watson, Metcalf, Godwin, and Sutton. So those are four guys that are starters and getting the ball thrown to them quite a bit. I'm going to guess I wouldn't have drafted them otherwise, right? So along with the Olave and Moore, so they should be, our receivers look pretty good. There's two picks to go here. Um, we need a tight end. Let's get their tight end next. I think that's the best move. I don't care who it is at this point. We're going to find one. Same guys still available. We picked our two receivers though, so I feel good about how that worked out. At this point, I would go Kelsey, Hunter Henry in New England. I like. 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 New England Kelsey, Andrews, maybe. I don't know about Andrews. Goddard probably in Philly. He gets a lot of balls. I don't know what Likely's going to do in New York. He's been good, but he's in a new place, so you never know what that'll be like. I like New Orleans. I like their offense, but Kelsey's available. I'm grabbing him. Okay, so now we still have two more spots to go, right? And our defense and our kicker. All right, so at this point we'll just go for the best available players, whoever that might be. Concepcion's got a great camp going. People saying good things about him. Plays for Cleveland. Suck. Um, Harvey's kind of lost the enchantment. Coker, I think, is looks good. So does Robinson. Who do you want, Carolina or Tennessee? I hate them both. I'll go Tennessee. I don't know. I think both offenses suck. I would stay away from them if possible, but those are their best receivers. So, and they're always behind, so they're always throwing. Those are guys that win you fantasy leagues, though. You keep getting a steady 25 from a guy that you took in. What round are we in? 12. Because realistically, all the people that are being picked right now aren't going to be on your club for the whole season. They're just not. They're either you're gonna cut them, they're gonna get hurt, you'll trade them, something. They're not going to be on your roster the whole year. Very few of these guys from 10 on out. Okay? Most years when I go back and look, the guys that are on the end of my roster were not with the team when I broke camp. It just they aren't. What about Dobbs in New England? I hate the fact that he's like 3 now, but it's a new world. He could get the ball. Aaron Jones would probably be the starting running back for a week or two. Not a long time, I don't think. Who else is any good down here? See, we're getting towards the end. Okay, I would go Rashid Shaheed in Seattle. He doesn't doing the kick returning, and they got some changes. New running backs. They got uh, they want. They're coming off a winning season. Maybe he's still hungry. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I'm gonna go that or Algier. I like him. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go with Shaheed. I should have went Algier. I really think I should have. I will now. Is he there? Or did he go? He went. Damn it. No, he's right there. And then I'll take Algier. There, got them both. All right, so let's take a look. What do we have here? So Josh Allen, Olave, we got Moore, we got Henry Williams, Kelsey, Montgomery, Watson on the for our receiver on the bench, along with Metcalf, Godwin, and Sutton. So I'm in both my leagues have 3 receivers though, so one of these guys is starting every week. So I would hope that Olave and Moore would be good enough to put in there every week, and then maybe swap one of them around depending on how hot these guys get. But these guys are, they're number twos on really pretty decent offenses. So depending on the matchup, what that's going to look like. Okay. All right. The next 2 picks would be defense and would be a kicker. And I'm not going to bother doing that. So I'm going to let you guys go. All right. I'll be posting the rest, some other positions here very shortly. Thank you. Bye.